Talk with the GO MRI Man. Spread the knowledge. Motivate the people.
What's up? It's Kwame, and welcome to the MRI Man Podcast. We back again. They thought we was done, but now we back. I know I've been dropping little videos here and there, but the MRI Man Podcast has been gone for a while, and I was like, you know what? It's time to get back to the people. And today I'm going to be answering all the questions, all the comments you guys been leaving, man. I know I've been lagging on that. I got hella questions that got backed up. I've been busy, but I've been active. I've been trying to create, new products, and I've been working on myself, man. Some of you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been doing jujitsu. I've been posting a little bit on that, and I've been really consistent, going as hard as I can on that, with on top of everything I have right now, man. Family, work, pod, Instagram. I got another podcast going, Beyond the Roll podcast. So I've been busy, man. I've been trying to balance everything. But your boy's been doing good in jiu-jitsu, man. Finally became a blue belt. This journey just started in 2019, ended in early 2020, and I got hurt, fell off. Now I came back last year, and I've just been going consistently, and your boy's now a blue belt. I done did it. I didn't think I was going to make it, guys. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. And jiu-jitsu has done so much for me, man. I can talk about jiu-jitsu forever, and it's just improved my life for the better, man. Just like, I met some really cool people, met some great friends, health-wise, lost 40 pounds. I haven't been drinking. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know why I stopped drinking. It was just like, I didn't feel like I needed it. And I wanted to show up training. I wanted to feel energized and healthy. I didn't want to be hungover or just sweating out that freaking Modelo. I lost hella weight. I lost 40 pounds. Mentally, I'm on point. I have more energy, more confident. And yeah, man, it's just it was the piece of the puzzle of my life that was missing. And it's definitely jiu-jitsu, man. And did some tournaments. Been having a lot of fun, man. Jiu-jitsu is become, it's becoming more than a hobby, man. It's like a lifestyle. I'm watching videos. I'm wanting to train and learn different moves. But it's great, man. The camaraderie. It's like a family out there, and it's just a way to step away from the madness in life, all the stuff you deal with at work. And you go on the mats. None of that matters. And it's like we're all the same there. There's no I'm better than you, and there's no ego there, man. We all training. We're a team. It's great, man. You guys check it out. Check out some jiu-jitsu, some martial arts. Anyway, let's get into these questions, man. I got all the questions here. I'm gonna bring them up, and we'll just start running through these questions. All right. So also, guys, this podcast will be available on Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube, of course. So yeah, man, if you guys prefer that, it's gonna be on there. So is all my other pods. All right. So yeah, let's get into these questions. I'm gonna run through them. Some of them are kind of common. I got a lot of new people interested in MRI, and this is a common one. What are the steps into becoming an MRI tech? I've completed 4 years of school, 2 years associates general, and 2 years bachelor. No schooling in radiology. So what you want to do is, go to the school's website and see what are the requirements to get into the radiology program. You can do that. The other thing you can do is go to a private school, and you can use the credits that you have from your community college at that private school and enter the program. So, times vary on how long that program will be, but just do a little research and you can do it. I get this question also a lot. Where can I find the answer key to the study guide quizzes? I had a study guide that I was giving out for free, and I never gave out the answers. So I'm thinking I'm gonna give out the answers, but it's gonna cost you guys, man. It's gonna cost you guys, and we'll work on that soon. Okay, I'll let you guys know. Follow me on Instagram, okay, and I'll let you know when that drops. Instagram at The Real MRI Man on Instagram. You guys should all be following me. It's popping on there, dude. It's growing. It's getting huge. We're at 36K followers right now. Okay. A lot of people ask about, this guy says, does anybody know about MRI programs in my area? He lives in Chicago, Illinois. It's like you gotta do the research, man. Go to the ARRT website and it'll tell you the certified MRI program schools in your local area. Do a little research, man. Someone asked me, "Are you a traveler now?" Yes, technically I am a traveler. I commute to work, an hour and a half to work. Okay, guys, no traffic. It's just straight away, and I do that because they're offering me a considerable amount of money more than what I can get locally. Straight up. If they were more competitive in my area, I would work in my area. I had nothing, nothing personal. At the last job I was at, it was just not enough money to provide for my family. I live in California, man. California is expensive. It's hard to make it out here, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I got to do what I got to do, and it's hilarious because like when I lived in LA, I would work closer to these jobs. They would be like, let's say they're like 30 miles. It would take me like an hour 20 sometimes, and now it's like longer miles, but it's the same time. So it's like you can't win in Cali, bro. I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing the traveling. They offered me a huge bonus initially, but I like where I'm at right now, man. The people are really cool. The vibes are great, and I was actually thinking about moving closer to there, but it didn't work out. All right, let's go to the next question. This one says, "I have yet to find a school in Philadelphia." And yeah, I mean, we're going back to like, guys, do the research. Go to the ART website and see what certified schools are in your area. Okay, this person, another common question. The decision I'm struggling with right now, my school offers a 4-year MRI program, but they also offer a 3-year X-ray program. I don't know what to do, X-ray or MRI. Can anyone help? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you have the time, just do the X-ray program and then get the MRI after. The more modalities you have on your resume, easier it is to get a job. Just do it. If you have any question, if you don't mind doing X-ray for a few years, 1 year, 2 year, just do it. In my situation, I didn't have time, to do X-ray. I needed the top dollar quickly. I got a family to feed. Nothing wrong with X-ray. I just, I didn't want to do it, man. Straight up. I mean, if you don't mind doing it, having that under your belt, that could help you a lot. Next question. Are you ARRT licensed? If so, what's your best advice to ensure success on the exam? I am definitely ARRT licensed, bro. I would say MRIquiz.com, they don't pay me, guys. But MRIquiz.com is pretty legit. And I'd say that's your best move is to get on that MRIquiz.com. And then you got all the mock tests. So you want to run through that. You got the big mock test. It's like 200 questions. You run through that. But then also, I have a study guide. I need to put that out. I need to get the answers out. It's going to be a small fee for that PDF. Also, MRI in Practice book. That's the best book for it, bro. And, flashcards on the things you don't know. And carry those around with you everywhere, constantly doing practice quizzes. And that's the key to success. Lock in. Don't be watching marathons on Netflix and all that. Lock in. All right. I got another question here, a little different. Would you recommend a MRI tech only to get into ultrasound at Casa Loma? Add another modality to make more money in SoCal. Wow. I never met an MRI tech that was also an ultrasound tech. That is nuts. I mean, it could. I don't see why you wouldn't get paid more. Very interesting. Yeah, I think it would help you because some people are MRI and X-ray. They go do a few MRIs and then go do some X-rays. Yeah, it could only help you. I don't see why it wouldn't. And maybe they'll be like, oh, if ultrasound's slow, you go do MRI. But I haven't really seen that before, but you know what? It could help. I feel like they would hire you because think about it. If someone called out an ultrasound, they'll be like, hey, this MRI tech knows how to do ultrasound. Put them in ultrasound. Yeah, it's going to help you. The more modalities you know, it's going to help you. It is not common for what you're trying to do right there. But yeah, why not? For your interview, do they really ask you MR physics questions? Sometimes. There's some guys that are really into MRI physics and they love to ask you these questions. It makes them feel smart. They might have a clipboard, and they might be like, so, what's the equation for MRI scan time? And you're like, what the hell? So just be prepared for like common questions like that. I would say more like parameters, like what would you do to make a image look better? What would you do in like those certain situations? Like, oh, patient has metal, blah blah blah, like a lot of metal on their knee, like a knee replacement. Like, what would you do with the parameters? That kind of thing. All right. Next question. It says, how do I do my prerequisites? Like I said earlier, you want to go to the college website and see what prerequisites are required to enter the radiology program. Some private MRI programs, I'd say most, do not require any prerequisites because it's included in the program. Okay. Are there any MRI technologists that work with you during shifts, or are you always alone? Because 10 hours is a long time to be alone. Currently, I have a tech assistant that is not a licensed tech. And yeah, they're with me. They are answering calls, getting patients down from their room, helping me set up some patients. And yeah, man, I'm not alone on that job. I have worked on a trailer by myself, and it was slow. So it depends on how busy it is. But working in a hospital setting, you definitely need a tech aide or another tech there. It's just safer, especially if you're sliding over patients, and it can get a little hectic. All right. Okay. What is the hardest part about MRI tech classes? I think just overall is just time, dedicating your time on learning all these new terms and medical terminology and anatomy and physiology, and then you got physics. It took time for me, and it took a lot of sacrifice to get out there and to just be studying, just study, sleep, study, sleep. It's not easy, man. Especially you doing anatomy, physiology for the first time. You're looking at this and you're like, what am I doing? What is this? Like, but my thing is like, try to have fun with it. I always thought it was fun learning about, how the human body works and how nerves work, muscles. I thought it was interesting. I always liked that show Magic School Bus, and I was like, this is cool, man. They're gonna pay me to learn about this and have fun with it. I mean, that's all I gotta say. If you don't enjoy learning about these things, it's gonna be difficult. Next question. Hey, I love your channel. I take my boards in 2 weeks. I read and answered the study guide. How do I get the answers for the test? Oh, dang. All right. Yeah, I got to drop this study guide answers, man. This guy said, let's talk salaries. Salaries are going to vary, and I have some videos on that. It's going to vary. I can only really talk for California, and it's a wide range. I mean, I feel like it's from like 70K to like 140K or something like that, depending on where you're at. Keep in mind, Cali, the rent is high, okay? So some people travel to Cali or live in the outskirts in cheaper areas in Cali and go to work. So it's kind of crazy, man. I mean, it's a 2-year program. For 2 years, the money you get, I think it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to make 200K, 400K, you're gonna have to go to school longer. You're gonna have to get that freaking doctor. You're gonna have to get that doctor degree. You're gonna have to become a PA. You're gonna have to do some nursing stuff. But let's keep it rolling. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are asking about salaries. This guy, have you ever seen something really bad on an MRI, like a huge tumor, and not be able to say anything to the patient? Obviously, it's the doctor's responsibility to diagnose, but just wondering how often this happens. This happens often, very often. I work in a hospital where they do perform brain surgeries, so I do see them. They're not uncommon. Of course, we cannot tell the patient. The doctor will talk to the patient, and it's just part of life, man. It's unfortunately people do get sick, but a lot of people get better. I see them remove these tumors. Some of them are not cancerous, and they take them out, and the patient comes out of surgery talking, and I see them 6 months later, and they're fine. So, some things can be a little tough in the beginning, but once you get an understanding of just like, this is life, and this is why we're here. We are part of the process of getting this patient better. These images that we take are crucial, and they use them on the surgery. So it's pretty wild. Hey, I'm looking into MRI Advanced Technical Certificate, which is a 12-month course. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of online thing. What's the difference between a certificate and degree? I mean, I feel like you need a degree to be an MRI tech. I thought it was an AA degree to be able to get the ARRT license, which a lot of jobs ask for. So I would be careful with that. This person says, I was wondering what schools you recommend. See, I mean, you guys, I don't know where you live. I mean, if you're in Cali, you got West Coast Ultrasound, you got Castellano College. Those are my favorite. Let's see. Do you use math to calculate for patient injections, or is it already calculated? It's pretty simple math. You have a chart on their weight in kilograms, and you just translate it to that. It's pretty simple. I wouldn't worry about that too much. This guy's saying, do I have a link to a 2-minute MRI safety video for patients? No, I don't. I don't think so. Well, do I? Not for patients. When making sure that a patient is safe to get in an MRI machine, how do you help the ones that don't speak English? Depending on what they speak, the area I work is a lot of people speak Spanish. So people I work with, I got someone always that speaks Spanish. If they're speaking like Mandarin or Tagalog, something like that, we have a specific device that it's an iPad. It has a link to translators, and it's quick, it's fast. They answer it quick, whatever language you want, Arabic, anything, and it's very cool. You can do a video chat with them or just audio, and it works perfectly. Also, the MRI machines have a lot of languages, so if you're doing something that has breath holds or something like that, you can change it to different languages. That's pretty cool. What's the difference between ARRT and ARMOR? So ARRT is been around a long time. They're the OG license people that give you the licenses. ARMOR is fairly newer, but they're up and coming. Both I think are okay. I see ARMOR is being accepted in a lot of places. Just ARTs has been around. They're recognized more. That's about it. Do you do IVs in the hand? Yes, I do. Yes, hand and arms. Have you done a liver MRI IV contrast? Yes, several, thousands. And just this question right here, people are always talking about like, how do I get to the United States and become an MRI tech? I really don't. I don't know that question. Okay. Hey, I'm almost in externship, but started the program because I am interested in being part of its history and participate in its development. What articles do you read or resources do you keep up with MRI technology? Every now and then I just Google it and stuff pops up all the time, whether just like some random article like, oh, we can see what you're thinking now through MRI. I don't really have a website. I mean, I like to read stuff that's from accredited colleges like Stanford, Yale, stuff like that. Some stuff China puts out some articles too. I'll read it. I don't know how like legit it is, but I like, Stanford, Yale. I have MRI sound videos on YouTube and people love them. This guy says, can you record more MRI sounds? I don't know, maybe. Business school, I was talking about going to business school and I had started, but I feel like I don't really need it. I feel like I'm running a business. I just need to expand it. And that's a long-term goal. Okay, hey man, junior in high school and looking for a field for my career. Stumbled across rad tech a couple days ago, and I've been looking into it. When you say prerequisites and 2 year schooling are the prereqs in high school or college. I've already heard and looked at the ARRT testing. Don't want to go into a career field that I'm getting myself in over my head. Okay, man, I suggest you try to get in as an MRI tech assistant or just some kind of job in a hospital, entry level, and just be around and check it out, man. See if you can shadow. A lot of hospitals allow you to shadow and see what it's like. Some stuff you do in high school may be valid as a prerequisite, but I know when you get in college, you got to do some testing with their math and they see where you're at. But yeah, man, check it out. Look into it. Next question. Where did you go to school? I've completed my admissions paperwork at Castelloma College, but never got accepted. Oh, man. I'm guessing that will come later, or maybe they just don't do them. October, start and graduate in 2026. As I'm typing this, holy shit, I'm 45. You just said it. I'm that guy. I got this. I follow MRI Man. Hell yeah. All right, man. 45 is not too old, man. Trust me, dude. I got some 50-year-olds in my jiu-jitsu class that are freaking seem like they're in their late 30s. If anything, they're just in phenomenal shape. And just stay in good shape. That's all I got to say. You're 45. Stay in good shape. Lift weights. Get a good sweat in. Exercise. And that'll ensure your longevity as an MRI tech. You got this, man. Don't give up. All right. So moving on to the next question here. All right, I got another question here. Not sure if you covered this in any video, but I was wondering how physical it is in MRI. I've been interested in MRI for a while, but I haven't heard any of this. 4L5, the classic. Man, you are sitting down a lot, and could be hard on the back, but every now and then we got to move a patient, slide them up, and yeah, I can feel it in my back a little bit, but it's not as physical as a lot of these other jobs. But I would say that you're gonna have to strengthen your core and work on it, man. Because it could be a little physical sometimes, especially at a hospital. Outpatient, people coming in, walking and stuff is probably gonna be your go-to right there. Hey, do MRI techs sit all day on a computer? How many hours on a computer? Or do they stand all day? It's a mixture of both. I mean, I feel like I'm on the computer a lot, but I feel like I'm standing a lot. It's kind of a mix, but I'd say we're sitting a lot, man. But depending on the day. But yeah, definitely sitting, man. Let's see. Do you suggest getting diagnostic rad tech before MRI? If you don't mind doing Xray, yeah, do it. How did you afford school? How did you work while going to school? A lot of energy drinks. I drove Uber, worked as a phlebotomist. It was hard. It was tough. I ain't gonna lie. But it was worth it, and I knew that it was gonna be a sacrifice I had to make, and I would work full time, doing phlebotomy, going to school. Then once I started clinicals, I was like, damn, I gotta start doing Uber, start doing Postmates deliveries and stuff like that, DoorDash, all the apps delivering, and doing a little bit of phlebotomy and just mixing it up, making it work. And it was hard, man, but it's worth it. You gotta find a way to break through. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what else we got. Let's answer a few more. Hey man, I've been wanting to do MRI for a while, but I only have one hand. Is this something you recommend for me? I've always felt things out in my life with one arm. Is this something that might prevent me from doing the job? You know what? I mean, I haven't met anyone. I know there's one guy that I follow. He's a one-arm phlebotomist. So I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do the job. I mean, you'll have someone there helping you. Don't let that let you stop. Don't let that stop you, bro. Hi, I'm 54 years old and I migrated from India and I want to pursue an MRI tech. My educational background is commerce and accounting. Am I eligible? Dang, man. I really don't know. You're gonna have to go to the school and talk to them. All right. Traveling tech. What's your thoughts? I think it's the best move if you can do it. If you can do it kind of locally, traveler, like drive an hour, like I do, that's the best. And if you have a family, it's in damn well near impossible to be a traveling tech. But if you're, no kids, single, why not go for it? During a prostate exam, is my head outside the MRI? It's gonna be you're gonna be in there. Yeah, you'll go on feet first. Your head will be like towards the end of the machine. But if you're claustrophobic, it takes some sedation. Then. All right, I'd say I'm gonna answer 3 more questions, and we're gonna wrap this up, guys. All right. How is the job? Personally, I hate most careers, but this career struck out to me because it seems like you can be yourself and have freedom, take breaks once in a while. How's the work-life balance? Because I want to still be able to do my outside business. I mean, MRI has a various amount of different schedules you can get, and I feel like you can find a schedule that works. I know techs that work 312s, 410s, 5/8s, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 1 day a week. So there's definitely balance there. And yeah, like you said, there could be little breaks in between, or some days you're working through your lunch. So I like it. It's a good balance. It's what you make it. You know what I mean? It's what you make. I've definitely had some jobs that the balance was freaking great. Like I've had jobs where I was off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Awesome. This person says, is it worth the time, effort, and sacrifice? Is the pay good or decent? It's definitely worth the sacrifice. The pay is good. And the more money we get, the more greedier we get. We just want more and more and more and more and more. So, you got to think about like where you were at 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You would wish that you're where you're at today. Well, I'm speaking for myself. Like I would freaking love, I'm over here making podcasts in a house, eating, living good, new cars, clothes, my kids are good. Everything's great. Life's great, man. And I find myself sometimes I should have more money. I should have this. I should have that. And it's like you gotta stop and slow down and think about all the progress you made at one point in your life, and just be happy because you're always gonna be chasing that extra dollar, and can't be doing that, man. Life is tough out here right now, man. Everything's expensive. There ain't no value meals anymore. I went to El Pollo Loco for my family. Shit was like $55. You know what I mean? Like it's wild. It's wild, man. So I like to focus on my health, and some of the things I do are not the most expensive things. You know what I mean? And you guys trying to buy all this stuff, just remember, they're just a lot of the stuff are just things. And I feel like we need to connect more with nature. More primal things, man. Like jujitsu, man. It ain't the most expensive thing to do. Yeah, it's like 150 whatever bucks a month, but shit, there's way more other expensive shiny things I can buy, and I feel like I bought some of those shiny things, and once I got them, it's like whatever. You know what I mean? You're like, what else can I buy? And it's a trip. I started to realize those things, and that's why some of these millionaires, they got so many cars. They got 30 cars. So they get the car and they're like, damn, it's cool. What's the next thing I can buy? What's the next thing I can buy? What's the next thing? Some of these guys, these millionaires overdose. A lot of these rappers, man, sadly, or they get locked up in jail. Their freedom's gone. Millionaire. All the money in the world, all the things you can possibly think of. Or look at Conor McGregor. You got Conor McGregor, filthy rich. still wants to fight. He still wants to get in there because there's no feeling like that. So you got to find what makes you feel like that doesn't cost money, because, you know, that's the corniest thing. Oh, money can't buy happiness. Sure, of course you can have a lot of fun with money. Of course. But I'm just saying, you got to just have that in your head. Like, hey, I can find some things that make me happy that don't fucking cost an arm and a leg, you know? I'm going to end it with one more question. People are asking, what is my schedule like? My schedule's weird, man. One week I work 5 days, off 2. The next week I'll work like 3 days, off 4. And it's just what my schedule is right now. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Anyway, guys, go follow me on Instagram, you know, because that's where it's popping. Follow me on Spotify, Apple. Like and comment if I didn't get to your questions. But yeah, man, it was great talking to you guys. Hopefully we get this cracking again. Keep dropping more podcasts, stuff like that. But it's been a blast, man. You know, this whole ride, been doing this since 2017 and talking to you guys. I love to see you guys succeed, making it to the next level. Some of you are just starting your journey, and I'm here, man. I've been through it. You know, been doing this for damn near 8 years, and it's been a ride, up and down, smile, frowns, you know, all that, struggles. But hey, man, I'm gonna tell you guys, like, you can figure it out, man. You're going through a tough time right now. Sometimes you can't control. Don't get so mad at things you cannot control. You know, things will kind of work themselves out. And then I don't know if if you're not religious, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I like to pray on things and give things a day, sleep on it, wake up, start, you know, boom. It comes to you. It comes to me. Sometimes I got to sleep on things and give it some time. Let it simmer. You know what I mean? It's like rice. You know, life's like rice. It's hard, but you let it simmer. It's not so hard anymore. It's easy to eat. That's what life is. Don't let it take a bite out of you. Anyway, we out. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you guys. If you want to support me, check out the MRI Man Etsy store. I got badges, stickers, all that. And we out of here, man. We gotta go. Peace.